You know, I honestly thought that I understood most of what entertainment could offer. That is, until I ran into Journey. Not that Journey, damn it! Get it together, post-production, Delapo!
Me? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to have a little fun. Hey, by the way, you should probably get a haircut. We could use one.
Welcome back to Potentially Perfect. My name's Delapo, and games sure have come a long way, haven't they? From rudimentary blocks to grand high-fidelity adventures, games have really progressed over time. And there's something really beautiful about that. Think about it. Video games can now fulfill any fantasy imaginable. You can now be a guy with an axe and a liability. You can be a guy with a gun and a liability. Hell, you can even be a dinosaur with a liability. Okay, sometimes they repeat themselves, but you get the point, don't you? So with all of that available, why would you want a video game in which you can just walk?
Well, I'm a different guy in a different flannel and hat, and I disagree. I prefer my games with action and violence and scantily clad women in armor that makes no sense practically.
I honestly used to think the same way, minus the bit about the armor. Then I found Journey. Just a small town girl. Enough of that. But yeah, there's this little game called Journey. It actually showed up as a PlayStation Plus game a while back. And yeah, I turned it on and I hated it. I'd been walking around for like 10 minutes into the game and I was like, why am I doing this? Why? What? Why? You know, like, what's the point? And at the end of the about 2-hour adventure I finally got it. Mira, it's about the journey. I get it. I see what you did there, game people. The game had wonderfully beautiful moments that at first glance I didn't appreciate. And that's because when I played video games, I got so preoccupied with, what happens at point A and how do I get to point B. And a lot of us have that mentality, and we oftentimes forget what happens in between. Now, don't get me wrong, this game does have a story, and story is important. But this game is at its best when you're just working through the environments and the areas and the atmosphere all working together to give you this beautiful experience. The game can go from extremely soaring to very intimate, and I love that about it. Walking simulators at their best are extremely great adventures in storytelling. The advantage that walking simulators have, of course, is mainly in the pacing. And walking simulators put the pacing in your hands, and that's what I really like about them. Yes, all games have a story to tell, but the grand thing about walking simulators as a genre is that because the pacing is in your hands, then you get to experience the story and you unravel it, rather than cutscenes telling you what's happening or telling you how to feel about a certain situation. Here's another example. There's this other walking simulator I played called Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. This game is a bit of a bittersweet experience for me. Right away, you're thrown into a town with absolutely no NPCs. Now, if you've played horror games, you know what this means. It means that either something's already gone down or something's about to go down. And frankly, I really dislike horror games. But for some reason, I decided to keep going. And, well, it's not a horror game at all, but it is really eerie. At a certain point in the game, you realize nothing's gonna jump scare you, nothing's gonna jump out and attack you at all. And yet, I couldn't relax. It's like if you were tightrope walking across the Grand Canyon, and you knew you had a net underneath you, and you had a parachute on your back. There's still gonna be that bit of uneasiness because you're tightrope walking, and you've never tightrope walked before. So yeah, the point is the game offered an experience I've never had before, and that the pacing was at my control. As you wander around the map going from place to place into desolate buildings and homes where people lived, you piece together why there's no one left in the town, and you piece together the lives of the people who lived in that town. And honestly, I loved it. It's a very somber story, and a short one at that. Most of the walking simulator experiences I have are short. So there's nothing wrong with giving them a try, because, at most you're probably 3 hours into it.
That's what she said!
Thank you, Michael. I've heard fantastic things about other games in the genre as well. What Remains of Edith Finch and Firewatch, just to name a few. I'm definitely going to try those out as soon as I can. And you should too. Branch out, because you never know what you're going to love. I didn't know I would fall in love with pixelated golf, Golf story. Get it! What are you doing? Wasting your time. Go
buy it.
And as always, stay perfect. Alright, post-production Delapo, go for it.
Hi there, post-production Delapo again, just wanting to say thank you so much for watching the video all the way through. Did you notice the shirt stuck in the closet? Could you take your eyes off it? Because I couldn't. So yeah, you guys have been totally awesome. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and share the video. It means a lot to us, and if you really like our content, feel free to subscribe.